I told y'all the Indiana Fever, its fans, and all of the supporters of this team and this girl, they're fucking Karens. They're claiming some of these people are claiming racism after she's been snubbed from the Olympic team. Angel Reese didn't make that team. Cameron Brink didn't make that team. Rika Jackson didn't make that team. A lot of these rookies didn't make that team, but they are crying racism now. Where the hell do you get racism? The girl is not. I'm not going to say she's not that good because she's obviously a talented player, but most of this around her is just hype. Let me get into this article though. Caitlin Clark is not the victim of racism in the WNBA, says ex-Indiana player and coach as he reveals reason why Fever rookie is being targeted. No one is targeting her. That's the typical thing you will get when you're a rookie in a league, especially when you're the number top, putting you as the top rookie in a particular sport. You're gonna get that work when you come into the league. She got a $28 million shoe deal. I'm not pocket watching. I'm not knocking whether she deserved it or not, because I wouldn't turn it down either. And she's never won a national title in college. And got these other players out here that have won national titles. They quick to tell you stop being a victim, but when things don't work out in their favor, what do? They play the victim card. Now with us, it's actually warranted. Let me get back into this story because on this subject, I will have plenty of commentary. June 10th, 2024, by Oliver Salt. Yet, according to former Indiana college player and coach Dan Dockich, racism does not explain why opposition players are targeting her on the court. No one's really targeting her. Some of the things she does, she brought it on herself. Like they keep saying, talking about Trinity Carter decking her. If you watch that play before she decked her, she fouled Carter. She smacked her in the face, and then heading up the court, she had some words to say to Carter. Carter lost her when she was defending her and busted J on her. She was nowhere in the picture. And then Carter walked up and told her what she thought about her. That's not targeting. That's payback. Listen to this. He got on the Cape hard. Let me go back and read this over again. Yet, according to former Indiana college player and coach Dan Dockich, I think that's how you pronounce that. If not, who cares? Racism does not explain why opposition players are targeting her on the court. Nobody's targeting her. Clark, who was selected by the Indiana Fever with first overall pick at this year's WNBA draft, has endured a brutal start to life in the big league, taking some heavy physical punishment while losing 9 of her first 12 games. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Earlier this month, Chicago Sky guard Trinity Carter sparked outrage by aggressively shoving the Fever's superstar to the ground off the ball before appearing to laugh about it afterwards with teammate Angel Reese. Yeah, she deserved that for what she did to play before, so stop it. Look at here, we got Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith blast Team USA over Caitlin Clark's Olympic snub. Shannon Sharp, you you disappoint me, brother. Stephen A., I expect that from you. You two are like stepping and fetch it up on her now. And then we got the big Sambo Jason Whitlock, Clark Olympic snub down to Black Gay Mafia, says Jason Whitlock. Really, Jason? But we expect that from that Sambo, right? Some believe Clark is the victim of racism in the league with this is just hilarious. Some believe Clark is the victim of racism in the league with Outkick founder Clay Travis recently claiming she's been targeted because she's a white heterosexual woman in a black lesbian league. Really? Dockage Dockage, however, does not agree. Of course, she's being targeted. The ex-Hoosier star told TMC Sports, "No one's targeting this girl. Stop it." There's a little bit of racism or sexism in there, straight white girl, okay, but that ain't it to me. Instead, doctors think other WNBA players are taking their frustrations out on Clark due to jealousy. Really? The 61-year-old explained that his wife, Leigh, who coached Syracuse softball for decades, recently told him that women often don't like to see other women succeed in sports. She said, "You will see incredible pettiness and jealousy," he added. "We're seeing a lot of that." No, I don't think that's what it is. I think what really is going on is they have hyped this girl up to be the centerpiece of the WNBA, and a lot of these people think that hype is unwarranted. That's all it is. It's not pettiness or jealousy. It's just a whole bunch of hype being placed on this girl, and people don't think that she deserves that crown that you've laid upon her head. Clark is the biggest star in women's basketball today. That's your opinion. And everybody has their own opinion, just like everybody has an asshole. And one of the most popular players in the sport, full stop. That's a lie. After her historic college career with Iowa. You mean after her back-to-back losses in title games in college? Is that what you were referring to? Where you had a LSU team that came up and bust up butt, and that's what brought me to the sport. I wasn't checking for Caitlin before that. I saw Angel bust her ass, and I started watching. Angel Reese is one of the top players in the game right now, and it's not just because of what she do on the court; it's the excitement she bring to the court. The 20-year-old, let me stop. Now you see how this is the problem right here. How they continuously are hyping this girl up. Let me read this paragraph again. Clark is the biggest star in women's basketball today. Says who? And one of the most popular players in the sport, full stop. Just because you say it, don't make it so. Let me continue. The 22-year-old who recently penned a sponsorship deal with Nike worth an estimated $28 million is bringing more attention to the women's game than ever before, with her fever debut breaking ESPN viewership records. Okay, let's go back to that first game. Now, you didn't televise Angel Reese's game, which probably would have did bigger than her game. Why do you think that they didn't show Angel Reese's game, but they did show her game? Because they know if you show Angel Reese and her game, and if Angel Reese get the more viewers, that would prove what everybody is saying, that Angel Reese is the most popular rookie coming out of this draft. You see how they did that? They didn't show the Sky's first game, but they did show Clark's game. The Sky game wasn't even televised. Somebody streamed it over on Twitter, and people are saying that Twitter feed got millions of views, but they are downplaying the view count on that video. And after he did that, the Chicago Sky hired someone to stream their games. Wonder why? Like in college, she is also setting records as an WNBA player. Yeah, she's setting records for the most turnovers and the most shot attempts, but that field goal and that three-point percentage ain't looking that great. Not like they hyping her up to be. All right, let me get back into it. This article almost over. Don't worry. You ain't got much longer. Becoming the fastest WNBA player to reach at least 200 points and 50 assists in league history over the weekend. And so what? Give me the ball. I want to shoot it. She's shooting all these shots. The proof is in the field goal percentage and the 3-point percentage. Rika Jackson is lighting it up at the 3-point line. She might not be shooting as much as Caitlin Clark, but she's dropping a higher percentage than her. Stop with the hype and these buck dancing, boot licking Sambos like Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp. I don't know what happened to Shannon. You used to be beautiful, brother. And Jason Whitlock with his Humpty Dumpty ass. Buck dancing. I can't wait to these two face each other again, man. Angel Reese out there slinging that little girl around. She looked like a little kid playing with grown women. Stop it with the hype, man. Then they trying to say that these women are targeting her. But she's out there disturbing other players, so you get what you get. If you play out there and you antagonizing other players, you're gonna get knocked on your ass. That's my rant. I'm gonna drop this here. Let me know what you think in the comments, you trolls, and I'll catch you on the next one.